Good evening, everyone. It's time for another random hypnosis. I'm Heath Haskins, and this is the hypnotist. We're going to be going into a couple of random rooms. I'm going to stop the recording, find a room, and then bring it up. If you haven't seen the whole process, go watch the first couple of episodes. That takes you through the whole process of what I do. So, here we go. Good evening, everybody out there in YouTube land. If you're watching this, I'm in Peekapoka, and they've decided that they want to see a hypnosis performance. You guys can give your shout-outs if you like. Hi. So the first thing that I always do, I explain what hypnosis actually is. All right, it's not magic. It's not mysticism. It's not even a science, really. It is a state that your mind goes into whenever you're doing meditation, whenever you're doing yoga. They just call it hypnosis because I'm guiding the process. Again, this is not mind control. You're not going to go off to some weird place, okay? All that stuff that you see on television, completely false. I actually didn't believe in hypnosis, and I started learning it in the Marine Corps. So I went and saw a hypnosis show, didn't believe it, and I watched my roommate get up on stage and perform a complete fool of himself. Why? Don't know. But I eventually started studying what was actually happening inside his mind. Found out the brain can go into 4 different states. The brain can go to alpha, beta, theta, and delta. Alpha is extremely awake. It's about 180 cycles per second. And this is, you can imagine this as being in the middle of a big city, 7-lane traffic, rush hour. You're in the far left-hand lane, need to get over to the right-hand lane in less than half a mile. You're gripping the steering wheel, you're looking in your mirror, you're signaling, you're extremely awake, paying attention to what you're doing. Beta. This is the normal working state of the brain. It's about 80 cycles per second, and you can imagine this as getting away from the big city, going down 2-lane traffic, and you can turn on the radio, you can look around. It's not heavy traffic. You're not really concentrated on driving, but you're not really daydreaming. That's beta. Theta. Theta is that weird, dreamy state that exists whenever you're daydreaming. It's about 15 to 20 cycles per second. And you can imagine this is getting down a road that you've been down 1,000 times. And it's been a long day. You're just thinking how good it's going to be to get home, get some dinner, and you missed your turn. You missed a turn that you've taken 1,000 times. What happened? Your subconscious mind and your conscious mind were in 2 separate places. You weren't concentrated on driving, you were thinking about something else. That's the state that hypnosis happens. If you've ever walked into another room and you forgot what you went in there for, boom, you could call that hypnosis. That happens. Your subconscious and your conscious mind are separate. You go into the state every night just before you go to sleep, and every morning just before you wake up. So again, it's not magic. There's nothing strange. Everybody can go into hypnosis. So if you're like, oh, I can't be hypnotized. Yeah, you can, because you go into it every single night. So the last state is delta. It's about 8 cycles per second. I'm not getting into it because there's multiple layers and multiple studies. So my name is Heath Haskins. I have been practicing hypnosis for 13 years. I do this for tiny chats and at random. I don't get paid to do this. It's completely random. So if you'd like to participate in what's called a suggestibility test, sit back in your chairs, take a deep breath, and just relax. Okay? I'm going to walk you through a simple process to show you the power of your subconscious mind. Go ahead and take both hands, place them out in front of you just like this, and interlock the fingers nice and tight. Good, good. This is for anybody who wants to participate. If you don't want to go into hypnosis, this is not the hypnosis part. This is just a suggestibility test. Bring that up to 90 degrees just in front of your face. Good. Place your index fingers at eye level just in front of you. Very good. Now in just a moment, I'm going to ask that you separate your fingers and to begin to stare and focus on the gap in between your fingers. I need you to concentrate there while you listen to my voice. Go ahead and separate your fingers now. And as you begin to stare at that gap, I'd like for you to imagine inside your mind that those 2 fingers have just become extremely powerful magnets. And you can imagine what those would feel like as they pull closer and closer and closer together. Good. As they get closer and closer and closer, you can smile, you can giggle, this is an awkward feeling. They will eventually get closer and closer and closer together now. Oh, did everybody stop?
That was seriously an accident. I'm sorry. I meant to
Right in the middle of it.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That was
Oh
my bad.
no!
I didn't
Right in
actually
the
mean to
middle
do
of it.
that. I feel bad. There's extra buttons there.
Jeez. Oh, there it is.
Terrible.
Bravo.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean.
Oh, he's back to roasting when you pull your
Wow,
head off.
Wench, we are so mad at you. We are so mad.
But
Well, no, because I had like the video closed to me, and then it doesn't let me unclose. Instead of the unclosing thing, it said, like, literally close the guy's broadcast, and I don't get why.
oh,
It doesn't have like the open it back up. It's fucking confusing. It's literally stuck there with a little line through it now. I don't know what I did.
you
Well, you're
froze on my
frozen,
screen.
so
Am
frozen.
I? I'll refresh.
Sorry about that. Sorry you did that.
No, that's fine. It's
So
perfectly fine.
sorry.
So, did you guys want to do it again? Start
Practice
again?
fingers. Yeah.
All right, go ahead and put your hands down, relax,
Like Winter's prepared.
sit back in your chair. Oh, start from the
I think
very
I'm gonna
beginning.
sit back and watch Winter.
Take a deep breath, and as you let it out, just relax. Good. Same thing as before. Take both hands, place them out in front of you, just like this. Interlocking the fingers nice and tight, palms pressed. Good. Bring that up to 90 degrees, just in front of your face. Index fingers at eye level. And go ahead and start to concentrate and focus on the gap. Separate your fingers now. And as you concentrate on the gap, just listen to my voice as you imagine them as powerful magnets getting closer and closer and closer together now. And the closer they get, the more powerful it becomes. You can smile, you can giggle. This is an awkward feeling as your subconscious mind begins to take over. They will eventually touch, and when they do, just allow them to start to press as they get closer and closer and closer and closer and closer now. Closer, closer, closer. Good. Once they touch, allow them to press. Once they press, allow them to stick. The more you try to unstick those fingers, the more you try to unlock them in place, the tighter and tighter and tighter they'll become. You'll feel all your fingers beginning to get tighter and tighter. You'll feel your palms beginning to press. You'll feel your fingers beginning to press, and your fingers beginning to lock, sticking in place as if they become locked, stuck, super glued in place. The harder you try, the more they will stick. You could try to pull them apart, and you'll find the harder you try, the more they will stick. Try now. Try to pull them apart and find them sticking tighter and tighter and tighter together now. As they become tighter, just relax, listen to my voice. Very good. Go ahead and take a deep breath. Stop focusing on your fingers. I need you to look at me for just a moment. Take a deep breath, look at me, and allow those fingers to unstick now. Unbind now as they slowly drift apart. Now. Good. And just allow your fingers to come apart as you relax and realize that you're in control. I've done nothing to take over your mind. This is your subconscious mind allowing this to happen. Good. A little bit scary, a little bit funny feeling? All right, good. Is everything still stuck, or is it coming apart slowly? Take a deep breath and close your eyes and just listen to my voice as you imagine those fingers becoming loose, limp, and relaxed. Allow your fingers and your hands to unbind, unstick, loose, limp, and relaxed. Allow your hands to come apart now. Very good. So I've got two that are suggestible. I don't know if anybody else is trying it. Horapalati. Horoplate? Horia, I don't know how to say the name, I'm sorry. Yes, and Yuk, Yukitsuki? Horrible with names.
There it is.
Ooh, volume, please. Volume, there we go. Ooh. Had to turn the volume down. So, with all of this mind and with Yaz and with Yuck, so I'll say Yaz and Yuck is your names. Would you like to go into the hypnotic state?
Kinski.
Yukitski. Okay, I can do that.
Why not?
Both of you are over the age of
Or
16.
just Yuki for short.
Perfect. Sit back wherever
Yes.
you're at. Take a deep breath. Oh. Let that breath out and relax. If you're on a laptop, please make sure that you have power plugged in. And if you have a screensaver on, please make sure it gets turned off. To do so, go to your background or go to your desktop, right-click, personalize, turn off the screensaver. I have had people's screensavers turn on. They can't hear me anymore, and you will not get stuck. Okay, the brain can only go into two different places. You can either come back into beta, wake up, or go into delta and fall asleep. You cannot get stuck in hypnosis. It's a natural state of the brain. Okay, go ahead and take a deep breath. And let that breath all the way out slowly. As you begin to slow your breathing and slow your bloodstream, take another deep breath. And all the way out. Good, as you relax 10 times more. Another deep breath to the very top this time. Even deeper, and hold it. 1, 2, 3, and as you let that breath out, just close your eyes, sit back, relax, and listen to my voice. I'd like for you to imagine a feeling of complete relaxation, free of stress and free of tension, at the very top of your head. Allow that feeling of relaxation to begin to move down across your forehead and down across your eyebrows, down across your eyes into the muscles around your eyes. Good. Allow this feeling of relaxation to begin to move down to your cheeks and down to the muscles around your jaw and down to the muscles around your mouth. Good. Become aware if your tongue is pressed against the top of your mouth. Just let it relax and lie loose, limp, as that feeling of relaxation moves into your neck. Good. Allow this feeling of relaxation to begin to move down the back of your head, starting from the top and moving down, down, down to the base of your neck. Good. Allow this feeling of relaxation to begin to move into your shoulders and down into your arms as you relax every muscle, loose, limp, and relaxed. Good. Allow this feeling of relaxation to begin to move into your forearms and down, down, down into your hands and down into your fingers and out of your body. Good. Allow this feeling of relaxation to begin to move into your shoulders and your shoulder blades as they become loose, limp, and relaxed. starting from the top of your shoulders and moving down, down to your lower back. Good. Allow this feeling of relaxation to begin to move into your chest and down into your abdomen and into your stomach. Good. Allow this feeling of relaxation to move into your legs, first the front of the thighs, then the back of the thighs, and then down, down into your calves, and then down, down into your feet, and finally out of your body. Good. In just a moment, I'm going to begin counting down from 5. With every number that I count, I'd like you to imagine that you're going down a flight of stairs, with every step going deeper, down, more relaxed, loose, limp. 5, beginning to travel down, deeper, deeper, down. Good. 4, becoming loose, limp, and relaxed. It's at this point that you may hear other sounds in the room. You may hear other things going on. These will not distract you. They will help you to relax right the way down, right the way deep, even deeper than before. 3, traveling down, down, down. Good. 2, becoming loose, limp, and relaxed. Like a rag doll that has no bones and has no muscles, it does not support itself. You lie loose, limp, and relaxed. 1, finding yourself at the very last step. Good. In just a moment, when I count the last number, I'd like for you to imagine that I've removed the stairs and you're going to drop right the way down to the most relaxed state that you've ever felt before, completely loose, limp, and relaxed. 0, right the way down, right the way deep. Good. And take just a moment to get used to this feeling of complete relaxation as it takes over your entire body and becomes warm, as if being wrapped in a blanket, safe and secure. I'd like for you to imagine in front of you now a door. Open the door and step into your room. This room will be inside your mind. You can make this as big or as small as you'd like. You can come here at any time that you like. It's safe, it's secure, it's yours. This room, you can concentrate, you can relax, or you can come here to just be. This is your room. From this point forward, anytime I snap my fingers and say the word sleep, I'd like for you to return to this state, right the way down, right the way deep, back into your room. Again, from this point forward, when I snap my fingers and say the word sleep, I'd like for you to return to this state. Nod your head when you've accepted this suggestion. Good. Relaxing, loose, limp. In just a moment, I'm going to perform what's called fractionation. Fractionation has the same idea as an alarm clock. When an alarm clock goes off in the morning, you wake up, you hit the snooze button, you go back to sleep. The second time the alarm clock goes off, you wake up even more tired, more sleepy than before. You hit the snooze button and go back to sleep. Then on the last time that the alarm clock goes off, you're so tired and so sleepy that you feel like you didn't even get a good night's rest. You hit the snooze button and go back to sleep. To do this, I will count up from 1 to 3. I will say eyes open, wide awake. You'll come back into the room but remain completely loose, limp, and relaxed. I'll then take you back down into your room, where you can go even deeper. 1, 2, 3. Eyes open wide awake. Come back into the room. Find your focus on me. Good. Sleep. Right the way down. Right the way deep. Loose, limp, and relaxed. 1, 2, 3. Eyes open wide awake. Come back into the room. Good. And sleep. Right the way down. Right the way deep. Good. 1, 2, 3. Eyes open wide awake. Come back into the room. Good. Right here. Sleep. Right the way down. Right the way deep. Back into your room. Good. Continue to relax, loose, limp, and relaxed. I'd like for you to imagine on your left hand, on your left wrist, I tie a balloon. You can make the balloon whatever you like. It's going to be nice and comfortable as you feel it tie around your wrist, on your left wrist. I'm going to begin to fill that balloon up with helium, and you're going to feel that beginning to tug, lift, float as it gets bigger and bigger and bigger. Your left hand rising, floating, drifting, higher and higher and higher. Good. Imagine I tie a second balloon to your hand, and it lifts higher and higher, rising, lifting, floating, right the way up. Good. And wherever that hand is right now, just let it hang there, loose, limp, and relaxed. And in just a moment, I'm going to clap my hands. When I do, the balloons will pop, and your hand will drop, and you will drop even deeper. Again, I'll clap my hands, the balloons will pop, your hand will drop, and you will drop even deeper. Now. Good. Continue to relax, loose, limp. I'll be able to bring you back up. You'll be able to see, think all on your own. And I'm going to ask you a couple of questions. 1, 2, 3. Eyes open wide awake. Come back into the room. Good. Yuki, how do you feel right now?
Alert.
You feel very alert. Good. Do you feel relaxed at all?
Slightly.
Slightly relaxed. Take a deep breath for me and just sleep right the way down, right the way deep. Good. I'm going to give you an imaginary imagery relaxation. You're just going to sit and listen to my voice for a moment as I take you through the steps to go even deeper into your relaxation. I don't feel like you've gone into the state of hypnosis, but you are at a state where I can give you these imaginary things inside your own mind so you can create this state for yourself in the future. Imagine yourself driving down a road, a country road in the back roads, and it's a bright sunny day. Blue sky with white fluffy clouds. Off to your left you have a forest, and off to the right you have a big open green pasture field. I want you to make these as vivid as you can inside your mind. As you're driving, go ahead and slow the car down, pull it off to the side of the road, turn off the engine, and step out. As you step out, you look into the pasture, and up on the hill there's a humongous oak tree, and it's fully green, fully bloomed. The leaves are amazing. And I'd like for you to start towards that tree, slowly, and imagine that you've taken your shoes off. As you continue to walk, feel the grass blades underneath your feet, crunching, crisp. Feel the sun beating down on you, not hot, but just comfortable on a sunny day like this. I'd like for you to look around and imagine what you would see as you see trees, green grass, possibly flowers in the field, and I'd like for you to smell that. Smell the crispness of the air in the green field as you hear insects, maybe a grasshopper, getting closer to the tree now until you eventually get right up to the edge of its shadow. I'd like for you to make this tree so you can see the bark. You can see its trunk. You can look up into its canopy. Make it more vivid inside your mind. Good. Step into the shadow and feel how much cooler you become. You can still feel the wind. Good. Turn around and just have a seat underneath that tree as you sit and watch. Look out across the field and you can see the blue sky with the white fluffy clouds. And imagine this as you smell the air. You feel the tree on your back. You can feel the grass underneath your feet. And just relax. You're going to be able to take this feeling, take this place with you. I want you to tie it back to your room. The purpose of this place is to overcome fear and become more confident. What you can do now is take something that you are afraid of, or take a fear and see it in one of those clouds. As the cloud comes closer to you, allow it to focus and allow that fear to become real. Then, when you are sure that this is something that you want to get rid of, allow that cloud to continue to drift by and to take a different shape as it fades and as it breaks apart. Now, getting further and further away, that fear becomes smaller, that fear becomes less focused, and you can use this technique anytime that you like in self-hypnosis. You can bring yourself to this state by following those same steps. 3 deep breaths, hold it on the third, and walk your entire body down through the relaxation process. Once you've gotten down to your feet, count down from 5 and imagine going down the stairs into your room. Because you're at this relaxed state and because you're at this particular point, you're going to be able to do this at any time that you like. Good. Go ahead and take that and go back into your room. In just a moment, I'm going to bring you out of the state of hypnosis, but before we do, we're going to play a game just to test the strength of hypnosis. I'll bring you back into the room, and I'll give you 5 seconds to try and resist the urge to go back into your state. But the feeling of hypnosis is going to feel so good. By the time I get to 5, you're just going to drop right the way down, right the way deep, back into your room, completely loose, limp, and relaxed. Again, I'll snap my fingers, say the word sleep, and you'll have 5 seconds to try and stay awake. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, eyes open wide awake, come back into the room. Good. 5 seconds on the clock, looking right here, and sleep. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Very good. Take a deep breath and a big, big stretch. Feeling alert, feeling refreshed. Back into the room. So a couple of questions. Yaz, what happened?
She fell asleep. We all saw.
Nice. And Yuki, I don't know why you didn't go into the state. All right. Most people, if you look at everything that I've done, I couldn't tell you. But how do you feel now?
I'm used to this state because I meditate often and achieve it myself.
You cheated.
Well, you never asked if I had prior experience.
Cheater. Cheater.
That's okay. So you know how to go into the state and you know how to take yourself to the... Well, shoot.
Yes, part of my martial arts training.
Everybody watching on YouTube right now, I'm going to call this one a big fat fail for the hypnotist. I'll throw up
All
a
thanks
sign.
to Yes.
Actually felt,
Fail.
Mars, it's okay.
I felt relaxed.
I'm I'm
I fell
sorry.
asleep. I just fell asleep.
Wait, who?
Yaz was giggling way too much.
She also fell asleep.
I fell asleep.
Oh
Who
man.
did? They both fell asleep.
I fell asleep.
I also have
actually
an
went back
overactive
to my
mind,
bed.
so it kind of counterbalances.
Oh, I forgot. If there's anybody off camera who is following through with the steps and you are in the hypnotic state or you are asleep right now, go ahead and take a deep breath, and when you're ready, come back into the room. Deep breath, come back into the room. Good. Okay. Hopefully
Dude,
nobody's
I
still
feel
asleep.
lazy.
The realist is like, you were asleep. You were. I got the video.
You know what they say. The video never lies.
I feel relaxed. That's how I feel.
It's a very relaxing process, and that's all you're truly doing. I mean, you're relaxing yourself. Your
Right.
subconscious mind is. So. And again, see,
That
nobody
was
took
good.
off their shirts. Nobody
Like that
clucked like
Naruto one.
chickens.
So relaxed.
What do you mean no one took
You're
off
nice
their
enough
shirts?
to make sure that nobody got
Took away
nude.
underpants.
'Cause that is one thing here, is we do not allow penises.
I drew like 5 a couple minutes ago though.
When I got
Realist,
I've
you
drawn some
you have
of
an
them.
exception.
when I got banned, like kicked out a second, or not kicked, closed out a second ago, I'm like, oh no, I can't get back in, and I'm like, oh, there's my video, and it's a huge like, I'm like, no, that's not me.
Oh.
Yeah, why'd you do that?
I didn't do that.
Why didn't you?
No, its video got closed by
Shoot that
accident.
shirt off.
I believe that's only Ebola and Poka that holds that power.
Whoa.
All right, I am going to go ahead and stop
So
the
are you
video.
saying that now we can actually like control and want?
What was that?
Now we can
Hush,
keep playing
hush
more
for a
music.
second. Both of you, quiet! Quiet, or else I'll mute you. What were you trying to say?
Sorry, I'm going to go ahead and close out the video. Is if there's any last shout outs you want to throw, do them now. The chat is open as well. Don't forget to,
Shout out to
is it
Toronto.
this side? Don't forget to like. Don't forget to subscribe, one of those over there. And if you're in the tiny chat, don't forget to go over and actually look at the other videos. I've got tons of them. So, and if you like Minecraft, I like Minecraft too. My kids play it, so I videotape it. Good night, everybody.
Don't we